Good morning, moms. Welcome to the Daily Dose. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. I just got home after a couple of, no, it's been about 10 days, not a couple of weeks. I visited my daughter and then I was at my mom's house. So now I'm back in my own little chateau and I am ready to talk about today's topic, which is commitment. What are you scared of? Let me ask you this question. What are you scared of? Because we don't want to admit it to ourselves, but so many of us are scared of not making a commitment. And I have three reasons why. But before I go on, I want to introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Uzma, and I'm a yoga and meditation coach, and I help moms in midlife create calm and contentment and become a mentor and an example to their kids as their kids are grown and they leave the nest, and it's time for mom to have a better connection with themselves and also get to know who they are and what they are. If you're here, say hello, hashtag replay. If you watch the replay, I love comments, I love people to join, and I love people to share. Hey Valda, how are you? My loyal friend, good morning, how are you? So today we are going to talk about three reasons why most of us don't commit. Because, so many of us as moms, we have this ego inside of us. I can do it on my own. I can do all this with free information. But if you think about it, what have you done with all those free books, the videos, the, courses that you bought that you said you were going to do because you had no accountability, all of that other stuff? What have you done? They're still sitting there. Like you, I buy things, they look good and they just sit there. But until you really commit to yourself, to really push yourself to the next level, nothing is going to work. The free stuff isn't going to work. The books are not going to work, nothing, because you have to see why is it that you cannot commit. And the first reason that you cannot commit, in my opinion, this is all what I think from what I see from moms and everything, is self-confidence. We don't have self-confidence in ourselves. We say we are, and we raise kids and we do everything around us, but then when it comes to self-confidence, we're like, are we really good enough? Are we not? And then we worry about if we start something, what will people think? We compare, we judge. I have a good example about this is that, maybe there's a group of friends or people that you want to make friends with, and you're like, oh, but my house is not as nice as good as them, or I don't have that nice purse as good as them, or they're highly more educated than them. We make all these excuses and we lose out on friendships and opportunities because of our self doubt. We want to meet those people, we want to jump into that adventure, but we're like, oh, what will people think about me? Will this be okay? How does this look? And the thing is, when you do that, that's a block. You need to push to that block and gain your confidence and be like, I can be friends with those people. I can take that adventure. I can move forward, because that is going to give you that power inside of you to move forward, number one. And also, what you have to give to the world, how can you show people that special spark, that special power, that light, whatever it is you have inside of you? How can you show that to the world if you're always not confident and you can't commit to something and you're like always having, fears about yourself or what others will think or judgment, right? So we have to let go of the no self confidence. You're a mom, you raise kids, you run a house, you've been the doctor, the driver, the lawyer, the teacher. You've been so many things. That self confidence that you lose as your kids get older and you realize, oh my gosh, what have I done with my life? It's midlife. That needs to disappear. You need to get rid of that block because you are a strong person. Number two is the self doubt. We self doubt ourselves so many times. I can even say for me, like I launch courses and I, develop yoga courses and I teach yoga and I teach meditation. And right before a class, I have this doubt. Oh my gosh, what if I'm not a good teacher? Or before I start a course, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I don't give my value, right? We have this self doubt in us, which is destructive because I know I can give good value. You can do something. And that self doubt just helps you, makes you spiral down into this hole in which it's really hard to get out once you get out of that hole. right? Because as we self-doubt ourselves, we, wonder again, what are people going to think? It's all about what other people are going to think rather than gaining your confidence and being strong in yourself. And with self-doubt, we make excuses. We say we have no time, we're lazy, it's the family, or I'll do it later, or we just make all the excuses, and you need it, but you have that self-doubt, right? We keep on giving that self doubt into our minds, and we just don't listen to ourselves because self doubt is a bunch of BS excuses that we have, right? Because we are scared. We are scared. We're scared to make a commitment. We're scared to move forward. So we use other things as excuses. And then we end up in the spiral of victimization, where we feel bad for ourselves. We feel sad. We miss our kids. We wonder why there's no connection. We wonder why they don't call. And that's all self doubt that creeps into us because we don't value ourselves. Because self doubt, not having self confidence, is a way to show us that, we're here, but we don't value ourselves. And if you don't value yourself, how are other people going to value yourself? How are other people going to see your power? How are other people going to see your spark? And so when we don't commit to something or we don't move forward, we're literally just staying in the same space. Because when you commit and you move forward, you're growing. We need to grow every day. If you don't grow, you can't live, because life is about growing. And the thing is, once we start hitting that plateau where you can't move forward, then it's always just moving back, and you have this block there, and the excuses just keep on coming and coming, and you don't hit through the block. Number three reason that we don't commit is no self-compassion. We give everybody else the best advice. We are worried about everybody else's mental health. We make sure everybody else is fine, but when it comes to us, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I don't, my body isn't good, I need to lose more weight, um, what I say isn't meaningful, other people say better things, she's smarter than me. We just have all these things that we're not kind to ourselves. And as we go down the hole and we're not kind to ourselves, then that also creates us not to commit because we don't think we're good enough. We don't think we're worthy enough. Right? So we just look everywhere else, and our mind is scattered, and we look here for information, we look there for information, and we don't hold ourselves accountable, and we say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, I'll do it later. Okay. But if you don't take action now in the present, then that time will never come. And the thing is, when you commit to, maybe it's a marathon, maybe it's a program, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a hobby, when you commit to that, then you also have accountability. Because when you commit to a group or something that raises your vibration, that gives you self confidence, then you have this group of support. You have this group of friendship. You have people who have been through the same experiences as you that you can bounce your ideas off of, and then you grow, right? So we don't commit, once again, because of we don't have self confidence, self doubt, and no self compassion. So these are three things, and they all have self in them because it's about you. Because for you to move forward, for you to commit, to you to learn, and to you to grow, it's all about you. You can't blame anyone else because your experiences, your life, your decisions, you're in control of them, right? So if you don't have self confidence, you don't have self compassion, and you are having self doubt, those are all blocks in the road. You need to push through them and say words like I am, I can, I will, I have. These are all positive words rather than I can't do this, I'm lazy, I won't do this till later, I'll take action when the kids are older. Oh, I'm so boggled with things. Life is so busy. But you freed up your space. Your kids have grown and flown, right? That big chunk of time that you spent on them is now gone. You have this time to invest in yourself. You have this time to commit to yourself. And it's really going to help you grow and move forward. So if you have any self doubts, or if you have any reason that is blocking you, now is the time to, work it out. And what you can do as a little exercise before I end this is write down all the things that you want to do. And then write down on the right side what is holding you back. And see, is it, self doubt? Is it excuses? What is it? And figure out a way to match those. That's up to you because it's your mind, and think of it positively. Velda says, I struggled with that a lot, but I'm learning. Yes, Yes, we all struggle with that. But once you're aware that this is your block and this is why, then you can do something to move forward and you can create success in your life, right? Because that block of self doubt, no self compassion, and no self confidence is that block right here, that block. And when you say, I am confident, I am, compassionate with myself, I can do this, then that block falls. And then you can find ways to move forward and you will move forward. It's when, yes, awareness of everything. It is the awareness. And once you have that awareness, it will happen. So try this exercise. What do you want to do? What are you scared of? What is your block? Right? And it might be, oh, the kids are home, or, I'm just lazy. But if you're lazy, how can you become unlazy? Why? Go deeper, maybe. Why are you feeling lazy? It'll come back to the I'm not self confident, I'm not self doubt. So all of these excuses are going to come in one of these three categories. And it's you having to figure out how you can make these positive experiences happen, because we're getting older. Life is changing. Kids are getting older and we're growing. And it's time for us to really concentrate on ourselves and see what we need. Because you have so much power inside you, so much energy, so much light, so much to give to the world, right? You've given all of that to your kids, right? And now they've grown and flown and, they're adults. Now give it out to the world. Make yourself a priority. You are so worth it. All right, I'm Uzma. I am actually the founder of the Contentment Method in Facebook. If you would like more yoga, meditation, empty nesting guidance and tips, please join me on there. Sharing is caring. I'm so glad that you joined. Please hashtag replay and let me know your comments. And I will see you later. Once again, this is the Daily Dose. Velda says, I really appreciate your daily encouragement anytime. This is my purpose, and to serve and support moms who are empty nesting just brings me such joy. So take care.